right, so here we are. I've got the Type R already up in the air, ready to go. Now, as you can see, I have the battery and the intake already taken out, only because I was installing the Acuity shifter bushings. Now, first thing we gotta do is take off the front bumper. I'm pretty sure you guys don't wanna see me take out the front bumper because you guys have probably seen it a million times, but I'm gonna do that off camera. Once we get that off, we'll come back in just a moment. First order of business, we're gonna take out these two 12s. Now the parent intercooler does not use the brackets. I have those sitting somewhere in my garage, but we're just gonna take these off, 2 on each side, and then we can take the intercooler out. Super duper easy. All right, so those are off. I swear this intercooler probably has 5 miles on it. No joke. I drove it once around the block in the last video. Now, some of you probably asked, do you really need to trim the little tabs in the back? And now I'm feeling with my hand, yeah, you most likely would have to. I don't think we have to on the PRL. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna put this away. We'll compare the two. All right, so next up, I'm gonna bring the GoPro with me, and we're gonna go down there and take off that soft rubber pipe that's connected to this. You can't really see it right now, but we're gonna take off that silver under tray. And yeah, I think it's just two 10 millimeters and it'll come right out. I don't know what it is, but I can't take this freaking hose off of this pipe. Huh. Oh, got oil on there. God, I need some catch cans so bad. Okay, I'm probably gonna reuse this part, I think. All right, so we now have our pipe. It looks like this. Just put your 2 hose clamps on there. Tighten up the hose clamps, and we'll move on to the other side. All right, so that hose will not come off of here, so I'm just gonna undo this and see if I can just snake the hose through that little opening right there. So I'm gonna undo that and loosen the other end of the hose inside the engine bay. That's up. There you go. Check that out, look at that gross condensation. But we are here back on the workbench. I just wanted to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the OEM and aftermarket PRL pipes, and I was looking at these two off camera, and as you can see, there is a difference. 54 millimeters for the OEM, 59. So yeah, just about 5 millimeter difference between the two. That should provide more air volume over to the engine. So that's pretty cool. Now, what we have next, oh, I also forgot, you also have some hardware. This hardware will replace this part right here, and I think this gets transferred over here. And you also have an extra bolt. Now, I think this is for your map sensor. Don't quote me on that, but I'll find that out in just a minute. And also, this is your throttle body coupler. These are very tight, guys, so make sure that you guys put some kind of lube. I just use soapy water, very little, don't put too much. Some people use hairspray, some people will just use WD-40. Whatever it is, it will make your life so much easier when you guys put these on. Okay, so we're gonna remove this pipe next. These are just two 12s. You're gonna disconnect this breather line, the map sensor, and you're gonna loosen 2 hose clamps that are connected to the throttle body. And that coupler is also gonna get removed. Okay, got that out. This should already be loose. Let's take this out first. Okay. Now the map sensor, that's gonna get transferred over to to the new pipe. Okay, so while we're at it, let's take a look at the stock pipe in comparison to the PRL unit. Now I can already tell without even looking at it that the PRL is a little bit bigger. Now on their website, they claim it's about 26% bigger. Now I don't even need my handy dandy thingamabobber here to tell you that yes, it is bigger. Now also, they also claim that no tune is required, so that is awesome. But other than that, yeah, it's basically straightforward. Everything that you need except for the kitchen sink is here in the box. Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention, it doesn't really matter which intercooler you run. If you run an aftermarket intercooler and it fits in the factory location, this is gonna work with just about most of them that are out there. We are at about 53 millimeters or so. 53. Let's check out the PRL pipe. About 58 millimeters, not bad. So, you know, about a 5 millimeter difference between the two. But first, let me go ahead and transfer this bracket over. And I think that is where it's supposed to go. If I am correct, it goes something like this. Always start by hand first. You guys already know that, so I'll just fast forward through all this stuff. This is a 3 millimeter Allen. Oh, let me take this off. It was on the bottom. Now we should be able to take it off. There you go. Transfer this over. And we'll put this back in there. I think that's how it goes. Well, we'll find out in just a minute though. All right, got my hose clamps already ready to go. Okay, there's that. Sometimes you just want to lube this up. There already is a little bit of lube on there, so that's okay. And just gonna stick this on to the new PRL pipe. It's that easy. Make sure that we're seated inside. Yes, we are. O-ring is good to go. I'm just gonna stick that back on. And this is just about ready to install. Next thing we gotta do, one thing I didn't do yet, is take off the throttle body coupler. That's super easy. That's just two 10 millimeters on the hose clamps, the OEM hose clamp. All right, so I had a good time trying to take this throttle body coupler out. So what I had to do was just take a flathead and just go around this way just to try to break the seal, and it finally came out. But for me, it wouldn't just pull straight out. So if you're having trouble with this coupler, don't worry, you're not the only one. Just get a flathead and just massage it around to break that seal. You should be good to go after that. All right, first things first, let's get the throttle body coupler on there. Hopefully it goes on nice and easily. Oh, my light went out, great. Okay, and it does. A little lube goes a long way. Let's just mock this up. Oh, it goes in like a breeze. Put this up there for now. All right, got the hose clamps nice and snug. This is still loose, only because we have the other charge pipe we need to install. So just to give us some wiggle room, not gonna tighten that up just yet. The PRL logo's up. I have my hose clamps already in there. I think we'll try it like this. Okay, I think it goes something like that. That's okay, we can still turn it now that we have that lube there. No big deal. So let's feed this through up into the engine bay from the front. Oh, perfect. Wow, that fits perfect. All right, so I routed the intercooler pipe through that hole where the original one was, and everything pretty much fell right into place. And yeah, it looks like we just have to tighten everything down. Once we do that, then we can move on to the actual intercooler itself. Oh, it's a big box. Other parts is cool. They do provide the stencil and some new rubber O-rings, which is awesome. What do you guys think? Stencil or no stencil? What do you guys think? Just out of curiosity, let's compare this one to the parent intercooler. Okay, so the parent one is a little taller in height, but from what I can tell, the PRL is just a little bit thicker. Looks like they're both a bar and plate design. Yeah, it looks like one's a little taller than the other. This one has 2 extra rows. Let's check out the size. All right, so PRL is 89 millimeters thick. We have the parent, it is about 80 millimeters thick. All right, so the PRL is slightly thicker by 9 millimeters, but the parent is a little bit taller. But I don't think you can go wrong with either one, to be honest with you. Okay, so now we're just gonna prep for installation. We have the O-rings here. I'm pretty sure they just slip right in there just fine. Just for demonstration purposes, go ahead and take that. Make sure that you don't forget to put these in, otherwise you'll have a massive boost leak. So, it just falls right in, perfect.